Welcome into Studio C for the first time, freshman Richie Saunders.
How you doing?
Let's go, baby.
Welcome in.
No, good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. When did you know that you were going to be a basketball player? Among other things, but a basketball player.
That is a good question. I think, like I played baseball for a long time, like growing up, and I never wanted to play basketball. But like my dad, he played in college, and my sisters played as well. And so like I think it's like maybe when I was maybe 10, like I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually start playing this thing. But yeah.
You mentioned your dad. He played at UC Davis.
That's right.
Yeah, and you also said there's other people that have played at a high level too, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of in the family in a way, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So you were a Riverton High School player, right? But before all that, before like the 10-year-old thing you talked about, you had early morning workouts as a kid, as a basketball player. How long did you do those? And then when do you recall starting those?
Yeah, I had to be around there. Maybe I think 9. Maybe 8 or 9. Me and my dad, he's been like huge for me. We would wake up 4:55. We're at the door, on the way to the church, and I didn't see my dad a lot. He was very busy with church responsibilities and work, and so that was my time with my dad, and like I cherish those things for sure.
So literally 5 in the morning, you're shooting hoops.
That's right.
As a little kid. Yeah. That probably doesn't surprise you a lot about Richie.
It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, and those stories are synonymous with guys that are playing at his level, right? It's just a definition of how you get there and what you do and how he's got to where he is.
Okay, I mentioned Riverton for a second. So you started high school ball at Riverton, but didn't end up finishing there. Can you tell us about the journey you made as a high schooler, where you went?
Yeah, so I played 2 years at Riverton High School, my freshman and sophomore year. Loved it. Loved the coaching staff and my teammates, but I was posed with the opportunity to play at Wasatch Academy.
Down in Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant. If anybody here has heard of that, like it's super small, but got a little place in my heart for sure. It's funny when Coach Evans and Paul Peterson, they were my coaches. They started to like reach out and recruit me, and I was just like, I was laughing at them, because like I didn't want to live in Mount Pleasant, but. You
were the only person that doesn't dream someday of living in Mount Pleasant.
It's crazy. This makes me unique, Yeah, but I started entertaining the thought and got serious about thinking about it, and I'm super grateful for that. It helped me grow my game, and I owe a lot to Wasatch.
We'd like to do a PSA right now to all those Cougar fans that live in Mount Pleasant. We love you dearly, yes?
Yo, 100%, 100%. And I have some really, really good friends out there for sure.
It broadened your horizons.
Exactly. At first, I didn't really know too much about it, but then I lived there for 2 years, and it was awesome.
Grew to know it and love it.
That's right.
Okay, Coach Pope, when did you first become acquainted with Richie?
Boy, that's a great question. That's been a long time. Yeah. That's been another 5 years ago. So I remember, I actually remember seeing Richie play at Riverton, and then of course I remember seeing him play at Wasatch Academy. And where things got really dicey is when I first took the job here, there was one player that we had to try desperately to convince to get here, and it was Richie Saunders. So we spent a lot of time begging him to hang out with us, trying to get him to jump on board. And in the meantime, I got to watch him at Wasatch Academy, which at the time you guys were number 6 or 7 in the country. You finished at the national tournament, right? And you think about that team with all the talent it had on it, and Richie was the leading scorer and rebounder and assist guy and steals guy, and every statistical category he led the team, which is incredible, which is really indicative of who he is, because he's a really, really talented shooter, but the thing that's special about him is his motor is just off the charts.
I want you to name check a couple guys. Who are some people that were playing at Wasatch when you were there?
Of course, Foose. Foose is my little brother.
Your little brother.
On this show, on this very show 3 weeks ago, he said something different.
It's funny because I came back from my mission, and apparently now he's older than me or something like that. That's what he says, but you can't listen to him. But I played with like Caleb, Loner, like Mike Saunders.
Who's now at Utah?
He's at Utah. Leo
At Fresno
Calamari at
State.
Fresno.
A lot of talent on that team.
And then Marty
Sissoko
at Michigan State.
Before the break, and we have to get to break, you like to do things other than play basketball. Give us 5 things off the top that keep you busy.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think probably one of my greatest loves is learning different languages. I speak some other languages, and that's like, I love other cultures, and that's where a lot of my time goes. But also, like, I play the guitar, and then one that Coach Pope is actually really good at is wood turning. So on a lathe, like turning bowls is what I do, but you should see him by the lathe.
The things we do in recruiting, guys, I kid you not.
You got Coach spinning?
I did, actually.
Yeah?
Spinning nice, yeah.
Yeah. Did it end up on a mantle at home maybe or something, Coach?
I don't know. Like, we were sweating. This is an official visit, so we had the whole BYU wood shop, like the faculty, everybody. I was like, I'm going to wine and dine Richie to come to BYU by taking him to the wood shop. But it worked.
Not every coach is going to take that approach.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Piano, a little bit of piano?
I play a little bit of piano.
Are you a French minor in college?
I'm thinking about it. I still
Thinking
haven't decided, but yeah.
It might be something you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Richie is also, I don't know if you know this, but Richie is also a board member on the Foose Foundation.
Yep.
And you've been to Mali?
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Been there a few times, and I love the people in West Africa. Me and Foose have that foundation, so it's been awesome.
I got to travel with Richie and Foose to Mali in last September, and one of the greatest things, we were at a very small village, people that don't know any of the luxuries that we know in the United States, and as always, Richie is off in the corner practicing his French with the kids there, and it just is incredible. Like, to watch him do that with all the love that he has in his heart for people is pretty extraordinary. Like, he's special, young man.
That's really special. All right, still on the way. It is our weekly game show segment with Coach and Richie. Stick around for that when BYU basketball with Mark Pope continues. We're back in a minute.
BYU men's hoops dreams are flying high. But before hitting the hardwoods of the Big 12, they're shooting to leave their royal blue imprint on the courts of the WCC. Join us for BYU Sports Nation Game Day as we chat it up with Coach Pope on the team's growth, dive deep into player profiles, and keep it real on the Cougs' big dance chances. It's time to raise the spirited Y banner on our final tour of the WCC. BYU Sports Nation Game Day. Tune in, join it.
Whether you want to rock your retirement on the court, on the snow, on the waves, or in the gym. At Mountain America, we're here to help you get things rolling. Learn more at macu.com/retirement. Mountain America, guiding you forward.
At BYU, we believe wholeheartedly in expanding joy. And that joy comes from learning and serving. Some of the best, most lasting learning happens when we serve, when we experience, when we connect in real, lasting ways. It's what we call inspiring learning. Learning that inspires us to create a better world, to do and be better. After all, light shared is the best kind of light.
Basketball with Mark Pope and Richie Saunders, presented by Siegfried and Jensen. Let's get to the fun and games portion of tonight's show. Hit it. Okay, it's back. All right? It's back. Coach Pope, don't sweat it. It's going to be awesome. Okay.
Maybe, hey, Hammer, you need to change that to a Tiki's picture of me. That's what you need to have that be the.
There's no way I can top that, that's for sure.
Yeah. So we're bringing Pictionary back tonight, in part because it was invented in Seattle, Washington. Richie, you served your mission in Seattle.
That's right. Yep.
You originally called them Madagascar, is that right? Ended up in Seattle?
Yep.
Okay. And Coach Pope, Seattle ties for you as well.
Right.
Okay, so we're going back to Pictionary. Here's how it works. You're playing against Richie, Coach, and Richie, you're playing against Coach. Coach will get...
I am undefeated. I think in the Coach Pope show, I'm undefeated.
There's no way. I saw
It may
Tiki's.
be
There's
rigged.
no way you
It may
won.
be rigged.
we're gonna give Coach Pope this half of the studio.
Let's go, peeps. Come
And
on.
we'll give Richie and we'll give Richie this half over
Oh,
here.
yeah, let's go, yo.
Okay.
Oh, come on now, come on.
Wait, hold on. Let's go, guys.
Still nothing, still nothing.
Coach Pope, here are your words.
Oh, yep, okay,
Okay.
great, thank you.
Richie, here are your words. You're going to
All right.
simply draw the first one you see when we give you hang tight.
Oh,
We'll start with
got
Coach
too
Pope.
excited. Sorry.
We'll start with Coach Pope, and then if you're half guesses, you get a point, and we'll go. Okay, here's a little eraser for you when you're
Don't
done.
need it.
Where's the timer?
Okay.
Get the timer going.
Okay, Coach Pope is going.
Pumpkin. Circle.
Oh, good.
Bring it, Space
Great
Needle.
draw.
That's what I'm
Dang.
talking about, team.
Dang.
Whoa,
It's the
let's
Space
go.
Needle. So there's a time. I
Nice,
should
good.
have set up the start.
That was 2 seconds.
Everything we're doing here has some tie to Richie one way or the other. Some tie one way or the other. Richie Space Needle, of course, Seattle. There you go. Okay, Richie, draw your first word and go.
Oh, man, I'm kind of nervous.
You can use your eraser.
Plus, you got to erase. Time starts now. 5, 4.
All right, we could go right here.
A guitar.
Oh, my goodness. That's like so good. I didn't even finish.
Guitar. Guitar.
Oh, guitar.
Right here.
Say you played the guitar. It's a guitar.
Man, who was that? Man, great work.
Okay, that's really good.
That is
Okay.
super impressive.
Coach Pope.
Were you? Did Richie draw like this? Was this how he was doing that?
I got to do what I got to do.
All right, here we go. Oh, I'm up.
You are up.
Okay, let's go. Ooh, all right. Okay, here we go. Somebody said it. There we go. Bring it.
Marriott Center.
Yes,
It's the Marriott
yes,
Center.
yes.
Clearly, it's the Marriott Center.
Yes. I don't know that it has to do with Seattle, but I like it.
It has to do with Richie.
Oh, okay.
Richie
oh,
plays in the
okay,
Marriott
okay.
Center. These are all Richie connected. One way or another, these things will connect to Richie. Could be anything. Okay, here we go.
We ready?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You better help me out there, Sia.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, my goodness.
Time.
Oh, I heard it.
What was the answer? No.
No, right there. That was it.
Ice cream?
Come on, Greg. You can give that to me?
It was
that was ice cream.
Okay, ice cream. Somehow that meant ice cream.
I have a love for ice cream.
Are those scoops of ice cream?
Yeah, either that or grapes.
Okay.
But I got some work to do, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Just be patient with me here. This is going to be great. This is going to be epic.
Orange. Pineapple. Grape. Lime.
Hey, bring it. Ping pong. Let's go.
Wow, we got ping pong.
Where do you guys get this stuff?
What?
I think you got my marker, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Nice work in the back.
Oh, man. This one is probably my favorite. Oh, man. You got to ignore the table tennis. All right, ready? Oh, I forgot this. I forgot the hair.
What hair? What
There we go. So
I was just going up Tiki's.
I'm not sure it's better. Yeah, a Tiki's version of Coach Pope or Richie's version of me.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, we look like the same person.
Thank you.
Which maybe that's accurate, actually.
Oh, yeah. No, wow.
Someone take a picture.
All right. We each have one left here.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh boy, let's see.
Orange. Shrimp.
Whoa! Nicely done. Okay, the answer was duck, and duck was correct. Why do ducks matter to you?
That's hilarious. For like the last maybe 13 years, I have candy machines with corn in them for ducks. It's like a little business that I run in Gardner Village, where I like to feed the ducks. Kind of random, but it's been super good to me. So.
Is there a website where people can buy their duck food?
Yeah, just come DM me. I'll get you the corn you need.
All right, sweet.
I'll get
Last
one
one, Rich. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He does a lot of stuff.
Man, y'all are good.
What was the answer?
Can't you tell? It's a tiger.
It's tigers. and what's the connection with tigers?
Wasatch Academy Tigers.
There it is.
That's
Wasatch
really
Academy.
funny.
Good job.
Really funny.
Well done. How about a round for our guys here? That's right. All right, before the break, little hoops. Coach, you got a one-game week coming up. Cougars and St. Mary's at the Marriott Center this Saturday. First time since 2017 that the Gales will take a national ranking into your game here at the Marriott Center. And yet, they'll have to snap a 4-game BYU win streak. You guys have beaten St. Mary's last year with Coach Rose, and the first 3 with you. You've beaten St. Mary's every time at home.
Yeah, it's been a great rivalry. It's been a tremendous. It's probably been our most dynamic rivalry in the WCC over the last several years. So it's a huge game for us. They're a great team. They've actually been deserving of a national ranking well before this week. And so it's on. Let's go.
Richie, what's something you know about St. Mary's right now that you're locked in on?
Well, they're very disciplined. Their defense is incredible, and the pace of the game is a little different than maybe different teams we've played.
Aiden Mahaney, it may be the freshman of the year if they have that award in the conference this year. He's won the award 7 times, last 4 weeks in a row. He's really helped them take a step, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been a superstar. He is a player well beyond his years. They're putting a ton of responsibility on him, and he is delivering in a really special way. But he's surrounded by 4 guys in the rotation, on the starting lineup that are like veteran guys that know the deal, and so he's been exactly the right piece that they needed. They're terrific.
Should be a great environment Saturday night at the Marriott Center.
Thank you guys
Fantastic.
for that. We're super grateful.
All right.